Alright, y'all. As y'all can see, she's up. We just ate, and I'm probably going to go down with her. I do have like 3 other videos to make. But when she goes down in a little bit, I'm probably going to go down. So I'll make this video real quick. Say hi, Myra. Say hi. Say hi. We see how this goes. She want to be nosy. Uh, um, I'm going to use as the thumbnail, you guys, the first vision I ever put out about the first vision and the first warning that I ever put out about the planes. There were 2 open visions that I put out. The last one probably was put out about, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 months ago. I don't know. It's on there, and maybe I'll have the time to put both visions out in the description box, okay? The warning against the dangers of the military and the 737, 787s, commercial airplanes, okay? Since then, I've done a couple of updates as things have happened, but this first one came out when there was a indication that something might be wrong with the planes. And so on October 28th, you guys, I was waking up from a nap and Tammie Jo was on. You like the camera? Tammie Jo was on, and they were showing a clip of what I'm going to use in the thumbnail, the window that was cracked out because the engine, the little blades in the engine, I think, came and cracked the window of that airplane that this lady was flying. And I didn't know that it was a woman pilot, but apparently she's written a book. And like I said, this was October 28th, and she was there to talk about the book and talk about her experience. But this is also the day before the CEO of Boeing was to testify before Congress. So that was interesting. What caught my attention was her name is Tammie Jo Shultz. She was a female pilot. She was the female pilot on the Southwest Airplane Flight 1380. She's an ex-Navy pilot, and she wrote the book called Nerves of Steel. And she talked about being a female pilot and how people sometimes, passengers would, once they found out that she was a female pilot, they were like, get off the plane. Like, they didn't trust her. And also, she gave God all the glory for helping land this plane without incident. Okay, you guys? That's what really caught my attention. 1, I didn't know she was a female pilot. And 2, it seems to me as if she's a believer. And like I said, in the interview, the whole time, she was giving God all the glory for helping to land a plane. Hey, Buddha Boo. Hey, Pookie. Say hi. And just put the camera on her so she liked it. And even there was a guy, I guess he heard that she was going to be on the show. He was on that plane, you guys. And he just was so grateful to her. But the whole time, you guys, she was giving God the glory for helping her to land that plane. You guys, this was the very first vision. The cracked window, the same cracked window that they showed when they were talking about this book, was the same cracked window that I took a picture of on the news, or took a picture of it was in the news, but then when I looked the story up, that was this, it was the picture that I used for my thumbnail. When I gave this warning, you guys, so I think it was meant for me to see that, and I think it was meant for me to know that, you guys, that plane landed without incident. Of course, she had co-pilots, but for her to give God the glory for helping her to land that plane and no one being injured, from my understanding, I think that was a message from God saying, I helped her land this plane, not to say that God allowed, well, I could and I couldn't say it, but not to say that God wanted the other two planes, the plane in Ethiopia and the plane in Indonesia, for all those people to die. Okay? Let's see. So news came out a couple days later. The last story that I heard was as of yesterday. That her appearance was on October 28th. And like I said, on October 29th, well, before that, I heard a story on our local news, because we do have a Boeing. It was saying that Boeing 737 production was down, and the FAA was in question about knowing about the planes. And then, of course, on what you want? Then, of course, on October 29th, the CEO of Boeing, his name is Dennis Mullenburg, was to testify before Congress about the 737-2 crashes, and admitted to knowing about the pilot concerns before the crashes. Okay? That was on October 29th. He was supposed to testify before Congress and talk about, he admit to knowing that he knew about the pilot's concerns before the Indonesian and the Ethiopian crashes. Unbelievable. The CEO of Boeing. And just on yesterday, they announced that Southwest and American Airlines were going to continue to ground the 737 until March and April of next year. When I heard Southwest, it made me think about the second warning vision that I put out, because that's exactly what I got. I got Southwest. Okay? I don't fly and never flown in my life, but I thought it was important for me to put this out, and I thought it was very heartwarming to see perhaps what seemingly was a believer give God glory for helping her land that plane, because it could have went left. A whole airplane window busts out and the engine fails, and you land a plane without incident. The man who showed up in the audience, who knew she was going to be there, just was very grateful to her. Maybe I'll find that clip on Tammie Hall, and maybe I'll have the time to link the two original visions. You guys just be safe on airplanes. Always pray before you get on them that you'll have a safe flight and safe landing. I've never flown because I've never been anywhere where I couldn't drive. And if someone's telling me that we're going to be flying out or whatever, I personally, and along with the people in my church, if it's an announcement that's been there, but if I know somebody personally, I'll just always pray for them to have a safe flight. Okay, you guys? I'll stop it here, because she's going to be up for a little while, and she's going to play. She's doing well. I'm only able to make these videos now because the appointments have slowed down. She's been home for 6-7 weeks, you guys, we've had a minimum of 2 to 4 appointments, sometimes 5, but 2 to 4 appointments every week. We've seen every ologist known to man, and every week we've had appointments out the butt. Okay, follow-up appointments, shots, my checkup. She's seen her pediatrician 3 times already. She got antibiotics for RSV on Friday, and in-home visits. We have an interventionist, an early interventionist, which is not really necessary, but being that she's a preemie, she was born premature, she's riding somewhere along in the middle of her actual age and her adjusted age. If she was born when she was supposed to be born, she would be 2 months. But I don't know any 2-month olds that sit up and try to talk. Huh? Right? Yeah. So she's actually 5 months, but she's 2 months adjusted, and like I said, she's riding somewhere in between that. So we've seen 2. We have that weekly interventionist that comes to our house. Just a lot of appointments, and it seems to be kind of slowing down. I had my second and last eye visit. He says that it was a follow-up. He says that it's about 95%. You know that God told me he would heal it 100%. My right eye. It feels fine to me. Him having me do some tests, I did see some I just noticed some things in my peripheral vision. I guess he noticed it too while examining it with all these little tests that they do. He says it's about 95%. Like I said, God told me he's going to heal it 100%. I noticed just a tiny bit. But other than that, in daily life, and had I not had that exam, I wouldn't have noticed it. She's doing well. She's being released from all of her meds. And I don't know what the hell they was doing in the hospital to try to root my baby up. Maybe that'll be the next video. But she's been thriving since she's been home. It makes me think about that dream that the Lord gave me about witches working in the hospital. Okay? Try to root my baby up. She thriving though, right? Yeah, she thriving. All her labs and stuff are coming up good. All the stuff they tried to say my baby had. They're releasing her off for medicine for hypothyroidism. They're releasing her off for medicine for acid reflux. We stopped that a couple of weeks ago. We had labs. They came back good last week. So on and so forth, you guys. Just know that's why I haven't been on YouTube. A million. We've had at least 25 at least appointments, okay, between home visits, and they all started. I think we had 2 the day after she got discharged. Started from there, paperwork, trying to work from home, no sleep, and it just was the appointments that was kicking my butt. So it's kind of slowed down. It's going to slow down a little bit more. I don't think we have any more appointments until November 20th, and then we have 3 in that one day. I'm not about to go through all that. We about to see how many we can eliminate. Okay? And like I said, we have the interventionist come to our house once a week. So just going and having someone coming all the time since she's been home just really didn't help with establishing a clear schedule and me trying to work a little bit from home. I'm trying to get back to work. I've had 2 clients call me yesterday. They came back home in November 1st, and they're wanting me to come service them. So I'm working on that. I feel ready to go back to work. The Lord knows that I needed this time to do all these appointments and try to get settled in. And I appreciate everyone that has given to me, said a prayer for me, checked on me, messaged me, whatever. I appreciate everything because I've never been out of work. I was I was fortunate to stay home about 6 months when I had my son 16 and a half years ago. But I went back to work part-time and I was finishing school. I was pregnant while I was in college with him. So since then, I've never been out of work. And just appreciate everything that everyone's ever did for me and Myra. I've been fortunate enough to be able to have everything for her. Only having to get little odds and ends like socks and stuff for her, hats and stuff, little jacket and stuff for the winter. And maybe we'll try to find some type of snowsuit or something similar to it. But I've just been blessed from people giving. Okay, I can't thank y'all enough. Just a real humbling experience for me to have to sit home. I'm used to go, do, and I was forced to sit my behind down and heal, and have a newborn baby at home. So it was a lot. I had to heal, and I had to rest after having that aneurysm bleed. Just praying. I prayed this morning too. I do have one more aneurysm that hasn't ruptured. They didn't want to do anything with it. They say in about 6 months, they'll look at it and see if if it's grown, if they want to do anything for it. Sometimes, rarely, these things disappear on their own. I pray to God that the thing will just disappear. And we're going to be disappearing. We ain't going to be here, okay? So I just pray that I remain stable. And I thank God for the healing of my eye. And I thank God for every one of y'all that God laid it on your heart to do something for me, to even offer to do something for me, to even offer a prayer, because prayer changes things also, even if you couldn't do anything monetarily. Okay, you guys? I can't. Even my friends, my family, my church members, it's really been overwhelming. And I just want to say thank y'all. And hopefully I'll be getting back to work before Thanksgiving. Okay, you guys? Right? Goodbye. Bye, y'all. Didn't want to make this video too long, but I did want to give an update. Say bye. Say hi. Bye. She gonna want to play. Alright, you guys. I'll come back later and I'll start checking comments. I got a lot of comments, a lot of notifications, okay? Bye.